Hare Krishna, we are continuing with the session on prayers of Queen Kunti. Let us start by reciting the prayers. Kuntya Uvacha Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrute Param Alaksham Sarvabhutanam Antarbahirvavasthitam Maya Javanika Achannam आज्ञा अधोक्षजम् अव्ययं न लक्ष्यसे मूढदृश्या नटो नाट्यधरो यथा तथा परमहंसानां मुनीनाम् अमलात्मनां भक्तियोगविधानार्थं कथं पश्येमहि स्त्रियः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रये यथा ऋषिकेशखलेन देवकी कंसेन रुद्धारिति चिरं शुचार्पिता विमोह विमोचिताहं च सहात्मजा विभो त्वयेव नाथेन मुहुर्विपद्गणात् विषान्महाग्ने पुरुषाददर्शना दसत्यभाया वनवासकृच्छतः मृधे मृधे अनेकमहारथास्त्रौ द्रौण्यस्त्रतत्राश्च सस्महरेभिरक्षिता विपदः सन्तु ता शाश्वत तत्र तत्र जगद्गुरो भवतो दर्शनं यत् स्यादु पुनः भवदर्शनम् जन्मैश्वर्यश्रुतश्रीभिः एधेमानमदः पुमान् नैवार्हत्यभिधातुं वै त्वाम् अकिञ्चनगोचरं नमो अकिञ्चनवित्ताय निवृत्तगुणवृत्तये आत्मारामाय शान्ताय कैवल्यपतये नमः मन्ये त्वां कालमीशानम् अनादिनिधनं विभुं समं चरन्त सर्वत्र भूतानां यन्मिथः कलिः न वेद कश्चित् भगवन् चिकीर्षतं तवेहमानस्य नृणां विडम्बना न यस्य कश्चित् द्रुहितोऽस्ति काहिर्चिदं दृशेश्च यस्मिन् विषमा मतिर्नृणां जन्म कर्म च विस्मात्मन् अजस्य अकर्तु आत्मनः तिर्यग्नुऋषिषु यादस्सु तदत्यन्तविडम्बनम् गोप्या ददे त्वयि कृताङ्गसीदां त्वावद् याते दशाश्रुकलीलाञ्जन सम्भ्रमाक्षं वक्त्रं निनाय भयभावनाय स्थितस्य तस्य सा मां विमोहयतिभिरपि ये दुबिबेति केचिदराह जं जातं पुण्यश्लोकस्य कीर्तये यदोः प्रियस्यान्ववाये मलस्येव चन्दनम् अपरे वासुदेवस्य देवक्यां याचितोऽभ्यगात् अजस्त्वमस्य क्षेमाय वधाय च सुरद्विषां भारावताराण्यान्ये भुवो नाव इवो दधौ सीदन्त्या भूरिभारेण जातो ह्यात्मभुवार्थितः भवेस्मिन् क्लिश्यमानानाम् अविद्याकामकर्मभिः श्रवणस्मरणार्णानि करिष्यन्नीति केचन शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्त्यभिक्षणशः स्मरन्ति नन्दन्ति तव हितं जनाः त एव पश्यन्त्याचिरेण तावकं भवप्रवाहो परमं पदाम्बुजम् अपाद्यनस्त्वं स्वकरो कृतो हितप्रभो जिह्वा जिहाससि स्वीत्युरुदो जीविनः येषां न चान्यद्भवतः पदाम्बुजात् पारायणं रजसु योजिताः सानं केवयं नामरूपाभ्यां यदुभिः सह पाण्डवाः भवतो अदर्शनं यार्हि ऋषिकाणमिवेक्षितुः नेयं शोभिष्यते तत्र यथेदानीं गदाधर त्वत्पदैरङ्किता भाति स्वलक्षणविलक्षितैः इमे जनपदाः स्पृद्धाः सुपक्वैषधिविरुद्धः वन आद्रीनद्योद्वन्तो येध्यन्ते तव वीक्षितैः अथ विश्वेश विश्वात्मं विश्वमूर्ते स्वकेषु मे स्नेहपाशमिमं छिन्दि दृढं पाण्डुषु वृष्णिषु त्वयि मे अनन्यविषया मतिर्मधुपतेऽसकृत रतिमुद्वाहता दग्धा गङ्गेन वाघौ मुदान्वती श्रीकृष्ण कृष्ण सखः वृष कृष्णय भावनिदृग राजन्यवंशं दहनानपगर्वीर्य गोविन्द गोद्विजसुरार्तिहारावतार योगेश्वराखिलगुरो भगवन् नमस्ते हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So let us now begin with the first shlok, first verse, where Kunti is saying Namasye Purusham Tvadyam Ishwaram Prakrute Param Alakshayam Sarvabhutanam Antarbahiravastitam. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Srimati Kunti Devi was quite aware that Krishna is the original personality of Godhead, although he was playing the part of her nephew. Such an enlightened lady could not commit a mistake by offering obeisances unto her nephew. Therefore, she addressed him as the original Purusha, beyond the material cosmos. Although all living entities are also transcendental, they are neither original nor infallible. The living entities are apt to fall down under the clutches of material nature. But the Lord is never like that. In the Vedas, therefore, he is described as the chief among all living entities. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam. Then again, he is addressed as Ishvara, or the controller. The living entities or the demigods like Chandra and Surya are also to some extent Ishvara, but none of them is the supreme Ishvara or the ultimate controller. Krishna is the Parameshwara or the super soul. He is both within and without. Although he was present before Srimati Kunti as a nephew, he was also within her and everyone else. In the Bhagavad Gita 15.15, the Lord says, I am situated in everyone's heart and only due to me one remembers, forgets, and is cognizant, etc. Through all the Vedas, I am to be known, because I am the compiler of the Vedas and I am the teacher of the Vedanta. Queen Kunti affirms that the Lord, although both within and without all living beings, is still invisible. The Lord is, so to speak, a puzzle for the common man. Queen Kunti experienced personally that Lord Krishna was present before her. Yet he entered within the womb of Uttara to save her embryo from the attack of Ashwathama's Brahmastra. Kunti herself was puzzled about whether Sri Krishna is all pervasive or localized. In fact, he is both, but he reserves the right of not being exposed to persons who are not surrendered soul. This checking curtain is called the Maya energy of the Supreme Lord, and it controls the limited vision of the rebellious soul. It is explained as follows in the second verse. So, just to summarize, in the first verse, Srimati Kunti Devi is calling, uh, uh, is praying like prayers to obeisances to you, because you are the original personality unaffected by the material world and who is existing both within and without, and you are invisible to all. So there are four characteristics mentioned. First is original personality, second is unaffected by material qualities, third is existing within and without, and fourth is invisible to all. So prayers to O Krishna, prayers to you, who is original personality, unaffected by material qualities, existing within and without, and is invisible to all. Now let us move on to the next verse, where he is beyond the senses. Maya Javanikachhanam Adnya Adnyadokshajam Avyayam Na Lakshase Moodha Drusha Nato Natya Dharo Yatha. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are eternally irreproachable factor, covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna affirms that less intelligent persons mistake him to be an ordinary man like us, and thus they deride him. The same is confirmed herein by Queen Kunti. The less intelligent persons are those who rebel against the authority of the Lord. Such persons are known as asuras. The asuras cannot recognize the Lord's authority. When the Lord himself appears amongst us as Ram, Narsimha, Varaha, or in his original form as Krishna, he performs many wonderful acts which are humanly impossible. As we shall find in the 10th canto of this great literature, Lord Sri Krishna exhibited his humanly impossible activities even from the days of his lying on the lap of his mother. He killed the Putana witch, although she smeared her breast with poison just to kill the Lord. The Lord sucked her breast like a natural baby, and he sucked out her very life also. Similarly, he lifted the Govardhan hill, just as a boy picks up a frog's umbrella, and stood several days continuously just to give protection to the residents of Vrindavan. These are some of the superhuman activities of the Lord described in the authoritative Vedic literatures like the Puranas, Itihasas, and Upanishads. He has delivered wonderful instructions in the shape of Bhagavad Gita. He has shown marvelous capacities as a hero, a householder, as a teacher, and as a renouncer. He is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by such authoritative personalities as Vyas, Deval, Asit, Narad, Madhav, Shankara, Ramanuja, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and all other authorities of the line. He himself has declared as much in many places of the authentic literatures. And yet there is a class of men with demoniac mentality who are always reluctant to accept the Lord as the supreme absolute truth. This is particularly due to their poor fund of knowledge and partially due to their stubborn obstinacy, which results from various misdeeds in the past and present. Such persons could not recognize Lord Sri Krishna even when he was present before them. Another difficulty is that those who depend more on their imperfect senses cannot realize him as the Supreme Lord. Such persons are like the modern scientist. They want to know everything by their experimental knowledge. But it is not possible to know the Supreme Person by imperfect experimental knowledge. He is described herein as adhokshaja or beyond the range of experimental knowledge. All our senses are imperfect. We claim to observe everything and anything, but we must admit that we can observe things under certain material conditions only, which are also beyond our control. The Lord is beyond the observation of sense perception. Queen Kunti accepts this deficiency of the conditioned soul, especially of the women class who are less intelligent. For the less intelligent, there must be such things as temples, mosques, or churches, so that they may begin to recognize the authority of the Lord and hear about Him from authorities in such holy places. For the less intelligent, this beginning of spiritual life is essential, and only foolish men decry the establishment of such places of worship, which are required to raise the standard of spiritual attributes for the mass of people. For less intelligent persons, bowing down before the authority of the Lord, as generally done in temples, mosques, or churches, is as beneficial as it is for the advanced devotees to meditate upon Him by active service. So, in this verse, Kunti Devi continues that, O Krishna, you are beyond the range of sense perception and you are eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. So I think we can stop here. We have covered the explanation for the two verses, which is pretty straightforward in the language of Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much.